this is Rachel with Short and Sweet Reviews, and today we are finally going to be talking about the new season of The Chosen, and a couple episodes on that. So that will be season 3, episodes 1 and 2. Well, I think if you see it in theaters at all, and I happened to see it at the premiere, which was a very cool, interesting experience, then I think you kind of get how episodes 1 and 2 can kind of blend together of what's on there. So I'm just gonna do episodes 1 and 2 together. Again, kind of, just an overall little chat about it, not going into too many spoilers or details, even though technically it is out now. And with that, I'm gonna get right into it. And so other than a kind of quick introduction scene, which if you're, following the Chosen's YouTube channel, the live streams, all that, what the scene is. In fact, you've seen a rough cut of the scene. But then after that, it goes, straight into more on the Sermon of the Mount after that little cliffhanger that they had at the end of season 2. And again, it's really interesting how they did it and just everyone's reactions to the Sermon on the Mount and how they did that, as well as the fallout of it, which I knew The Chosen wasn't gonna, straight have Jonathan really talking for 20 minutes about it, but it was good how they did it, and I think it was a fairly large chunk of it, so that's a little bit of a spoiler. And so again, with this season, and I'm glad I wasn't the only one that picked up on this or thought this, is, again, not that it's bad, just it takes I guess some adjusting to get into the new season. Maybe it's just, because we're so used to seeing the other episodes, along with just the fact that it is new and they're introducing new characters and just things you haven't seen. So it definitely takes a bit of adjusting to, and I think that kind of is just the nature of the show for the first episode or 2 to kind of be a readjusting period, or for you to kind of reorient. That's okay, this is what's happening now. Again, not bad, just takes some adjusting to. It's oh, this is what's happening now. And so again, after that, there's definitely a lot of emotions and a lot of laughing and humor. There was a ton of laughing in the theater, and it's definitely The Chosen's humor on full display and just full force. And I heard that's the season's gonna get pretty dark, so starting off on a light note, which is nice, but The Chosen humor was on full display, which I really appreciated. And also, heating up or on full display is they definitely kick up the romance a little bit in multiple aspects, and it definitely gets a little spicy. Still, age appropriate, but it a little overhead stuff, but it gets pretty spicy. And I think one of the last things that I'm going to mention is sort of a random detour from that. So, as I had mentioned, there is some new characters, more than one. First thing is as to be expected, but there's one in particular, I'm not going to say who, that I guess I just wasn't expecting them to happen this early if they weren't doing necessarily the full on story that they're associated with. And so that kind of caught me off guard. I was like, oh, we've seen them already. And not only that, but how they're characterizing this person, and what that would mean for like their storyline and arc up until, more the story that they're known for and everything. And I guess what that means for how it'll play out, which I'm really interested in. But I guess it also makes sense that they would do it this way, because it's not like there's a lot of characterization for this character in the Bible. So they're definitely taking some imaginations and liberty with it. But because I'm really intrigued and excited about that. That might be one of the things that I'm most interested in, to see how it'll play out and when that actual storyline will happen. But I guess we'll see, and that is all for now. Hope y'all enjoy the premiere if you see it on theaters or just eventually later on.